Neal Stephenson, you like him?
Neal Stephenson is a god.
He's pretty good.
So, who is Neal Stephenson? Well, let's start with his birthday. He was born on October 31st, 1959. Well, that's the beginning of Samhain, isn't it? The ending being around November 5th. No wonder all the Satanists look to him for guidance. Kind of like they look to Marina Abramovich. But of course, it's not just about when he was born, so let's keep going. Apparently, he was a part-time advisor for the Blue Origins company, you know, Jeff Bezos. The Blue Origins is located in West Texas. That's my home state. Blue Origins seems to be a reference to the Blue Bloods, the Copper Bloods, hemocyanin, the Serpent Seed, a perfect place for Mr. Stephenson. I'll skip his relationship to the Subutai Corporation for now. What caught my attention was the Magic Leap company he worked for. He was their chief futurist. Basically, the same job he had at Blue Origins. This Magic Leap company received lots of money and investment from the Chinese company Alibaba. Keep that in mind. You see, I discovered Alibaba while looking up something else. Recently, the Apollo-worshipping President Trump announced that SoftBank was going to invest $100 billion in the U.S. SoftBank is a financial company that is based in Japan. SoftBank invests heavily in technology. Well, one of these tech companies that SoftBank is invested in is Alibaba. What? So a Japanese investment company is invested in a Chinese tech company? Aren't we always told that China and Japan are at odds with each other? Isn't China's stepchild North Korea always launching rockets in Japan's direction? That's the official story anyway. By that standard, why would any Japanese company want to do business with a Chinese company? That would be a conflict of interest. On a similar note, what about Trump? Aren't we told he's going to be tough on China? But yet, Trump is excited that a Japanese company that is invested in a Chinese company is investing in U.S. projects. Something is wrong here. You think he doesn't know about the Alibaba company? Of course he does. He says he's going to stick it to China while opening the door for him. What kind of jobs do you think are coming to the U.S.? The Chinese Alibaba company invested in the Florida-based Magic Leap company. That's right, Florida. Same state where Mar-a-Lago is. Here's the map. Mar-a-Lago is 47 miles north of the Magic Leap building. Another 47 for Trump. Now keep in mind that Neal Stephenson worked at the Magic Leap from 2014 to 2020. So he was there for a good part of Trump's first term. Peter Thiel considers Stephenson to be his inspiration. Thiel talks to Trump. You don't think Trump and Stephenson ever met when they were only 47 miles from each other? Stephenson, the man who created the concept of cryptocurrencies and the metaverse? So what else about Neal Stephenson? He is good buddies with Bill Gates. He had a discussion with Bill Gates about one of his new books about time travel. It was called The Rise and Fall of Dodo. It was released on June 13th, 2017, the day before Trump's birthday. Remember, Bill Gates stayed in Trump's World Tower. Don't let the right-left paradigm fool you. Trump and Bill Gates are buddies. The story just came out. Trump and Bill Gates will meet at Mar-a-Lago. Trump's excited about it. What types of excuses will people make for this? Warp Speed the sequel is coming to a theater near you. Who else has stayed at Trump World Tower? Well, Harrison Ford, the Star Wars actor, among other characters he's played. However, he is a part of the World Economic Forum. He speaks at their events from time to time. Harrison Ford also dressed up as a hot dog on some talk show. I forget which one. Of course, this is a reference to his child love activities. Who else dressed up as a hot dog? Chris Hemsworth in the movie Thor: Love and Thunder, with his Satan buddy Natalie Portman. They are mocking people. Rich Soviets have also stayed at the Trump World Tower. Also, Saudi United Nations ambassadors stayed there. People from the United Nations go hang out at the World Bar. Do you really think Trump isn't a part of the global agenda? No more excuses. But back to Neal Stephenson. You see, he has also started a metaverse company called Lamina One in 2022. Well, these Satanists jumble their letters around, don't they? So Lamina One backwards is one animal. What is one animal? It makes me think of one mind, or a hive mind. One collective animal. This is similar to the story of the Tower of Babel, where people spoke one language, likely a part of a collective, but God destroyed it and separated the people and their languages. He gave them freedom. Word games are commonplace for Satanists. As I've mentioned before, MAGA backwards is Agam, which is a swamp, muddy pool, or marsh. Well, just recently, Trump proposed his Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. So what is DOGE backwards? It's EGOD, or E-God, your electronic God. Yes, electronic God. DOGE. Artificial intelligence will run everything. People will be replaced by artificial intelligence. That's how they will make things efficient. Don't let these people lie to you about drill baby drill, as everyone is moving to lithium and the electric kingdom. Even the oil companies. Neal Stephenson actually coined the term metaverse in his book Snow Crash. He has influenced many of the tech titans like Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel is good buddies with Ted Cruz, according to Ted Cruz. But isn't Ted Cruz the pro-border conservative? Talks about drilling for oil for gas vehicles? But yet, his buddies are developing the electric kingdom. Also, when J.D. Vance was picked for vice president, all I had to do was look at his career history to understand why he was picked. I put a comment on Enter the Stars about Vance, so he ran with it. And that's great. He has a larger audience, and I was busy dealing with the effects of Hurricane Beryl at the time. Anyway, J.D. Vance served under Senator John Cornyn. Senator Cornyn sponsored the bill for Trump to sign called 5G and beyond. But yet, there are still conservatives saying Trump is fighting for the American people, as they are being put into a digital prison. J.D. Vance also worked under Peter Thiel at his Mithra company. But still, conservatives don't make the connection. They are still under the MAGA magician's hypnotic spell. So you think Mr. Thiel told Vance about Mr. Stephenson? His inspiration? Of course he did. But this video is primarily about Mr. Stephenson. So here are a couple more people who love his futurist concepts. Sergey Brin is also a fan of Neal Stephenson's work. Mr. Brin co-founded Google. Now the conservative side of things are not fans of Google. However, Elon and Thiel, who have Trump's ear, are in the same circle as these people, like Mr. Brin. So there is a disconnect. John Carmack is another person that likes the work of Mr. Stephenson. Mr. Carmack spends a lot of time working with artificial intelligence and Oculus. Yes, the Oculus from Zuckerberg's company. In the movie Flash Gordon from 1980, we can see there are characters with computer goggles, connected to Ming's network to help operate things. It makes me think of Oculus. Now I typed in the search, Neal Stephenson Bitcoin. Here's a weird story I found. The headline reads, "If we told you Neal Stephenson invented Bitcoin, would you be surprised?" In the article, the author writes, "Consider the possibility that Neal Stephenson is Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous inventor of Bitcoin. Bitcoiners love Mr. Stephenson just like Satoshi Nakamoto. They love Bitcoin. They think it equals freedom, but they are mistaken." There is another article where Mr. Stephenson says he is not Satoshi Nakamoto. I agree. I already covered that in a previous video. I showed the meaning of the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Neal Stephenson supports Bitcoin and crypto. So does Trump. Satoshi basically means intelligent in Japanese. Nakamoto means central origin in Japanese. Together meaning central intelligent origin. This is a hint at the creator of Bitcoin, which is the Central Intelligence Agency. Remember, these Satanists like to play word games. Bitcoin has always been a government operation. With the true creator of Bitcoin in mind, I'm going to bring up another story that has made the rounds lately. The libertarians and conservatives are clamoring over the situation of a man named Roger Veers. They're taking this story at face value, but it is a psyop. This is a part of Satanism I call the fake martyr. A fake martyr could be like Trump or Alex Jones. Both are put through courtroom dramas to get people to believe that the bad guys are trying to stop them. But this is theater to get you invested in them, to get you to believe they are the good guys. Well, Roger Veers is no different. The government wants people to think they are going after him. This is to get people not only to believe in Mr. Veers, but also solidify people's belief that Bitcoin is about freedom. They believe that the government is trying to take away Bitcoin and introduce CBDC. But yet, I just showed that our government is the creator of Bitcoin. Why would they take that away? This is a trick. They create this boogeyman of CBDC, driving people into the trap of Bitcoin. This is basic. The government has done this type of thing before. People will go into their digital blockchain prison of their own free will. Crypto means hidden. A crypt is a burial place. Crypta is the female form of crypto. Did you know there's a female death metal band called Crypta? This associates death with crypta or crypto. Cryptocurrency is your hidden burial. Bye-bye, freedom. The band Crypta has a song called From the Ashes. It's about the phoenix rising from the ashes. In other words, it's about the reset or build back better. They have another song called I Resign. In the video, the band members have whited out eyes, as if they are possessed. We have seen this imagery before in movies about demonic possession. Do you still think crypto is a good thing? Or the poison injections? How about the warp speed president? Think I am a jerk for calling Neal Stephenson a Satanist? Look at his image. He looks just like Anton LaVey. LaVey founded the Church of Satan. Both have a bald head with a creepy goatee. You know who else now has a bald head with a creepy goatee? Have you seen Alex Jones lately? He has thinned out. He now looks like Anton LaVey and Neal Stephenson. Too funny. But people still think he is one of the good guys. They have bought into the Alex Jones deception. Controlled op. Alex Jones takes Bitcoin donations. You know who else does? Gavin Newsom. But wait, we're told by the righties that the lefties hate Bitcoin. Remember at the 2024 Bitcoin conference when Trump said Kamala hates Bitcoin? But all I have to do is type in the search Kamala Bitcoin. And what comes up? Apparently, Kamala was supposed to speak at the Bitcoin conference also. The experts said she didn't go because she is anti-crypto. But this is false. Ask yourself, why would Kamala Harris consider going in the first place if she hated Bitcoin? It would be awkward though if she showed up at the same event as Trump, both supporting Bitcoin. People might start asking questions. Their deception might be at risk. But the controllers already knew Trump was going to be president. They picked him. So in order to keep the right-left paradigm going, they tell Kamala to stay away. Well, it's time to wrap things up. I hope this video helps people understand the agenda. Stay on the narrow path with Jesus.